In today's NBA 2K16 video, we are going to be seeing if the Boston Celtics can win an NBA championship, having the most perfect offseason, I believe, in probably not NBA history, but pretty much perfect for me. So what I ended up doing is here, I just simulated one whole season with their current roster. I end up simming the rest of this season here. We just passed the trade deadline right now. The Celtics are second in the Eastern Conference, currently 1.5 games back of the Cleveland Cavaliers. At some point, I believe we actually jump ahead of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, we do right there. It was brief though. They end up taking us right back, and then continuing on, they end up taking over that first place spot in the Eastern Conference. It will cut eventually, I think, and then we should see that the Celtics will end up with the second spot in the Eastern Conference. Now we head over to the NBA playoff. In round number 1, they ended up taking on the Indiana Pacers. They ended up beating them in 5 games. Round number 2, though, was a different story, as they do get eliminated by the Chicago Bulls in 7. What we are doing now is we are going to be heading over to the NBA draft in 2016. Ignore the rest of the draft picks except for the top 3, because that's all that's really going to matter in this draft. What's going to end up happening is, with the first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ben Simmons out of LSU. He is a good prospect in this game. I believe he is probably the top rookie. I mean, you can really go either way with Ben Simmons or Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, for me in my simulation, when I did a 1-year simulation, who would take the Celtics further, Ben Simmons or Brandon Ingram. It was Brandon Ingram, actually. Personally, in real life, if it happened, I mean, I know they're probably not getting either of them because they're probably not going to trade up. I feel like they would definitely go farther with Ben Simmons. The second pick in the draft, the Los Angeles Lakers do end up taking Brandon Ingram out of Duke. I feel like this is a good pick for them because it does fill that small forward spot that they need. And after this, it gets real interesting, because this is what I believe if the Celtics should do with their pick. If they could work this out, I feel like this would be just absolutely perfect for them. I feel like this is a trade that the Chicago Bulls would end up accepting. I feel like it works out perfectly for both teams. So what you're going to see here is we have the third pick on the board. I see nothing that the Celtics need here. So what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to see if the Chicago Bulls would accept a trade for the third pick for Jimmy Butler. The salary cap does not work out like that because we do have 16 players. What we're going to actually have to end up doing is, and I wouldn't be mad about this in real life, we're going to have to end up sending Avery Bradley there. Real quick right here, I try to get a 2017 first round pick out of them from the Kings. They don't want to do that. They actually didn't want to do either deal, but I do have trade overrun turned on, just because I feel like in real life, I don't know if they would maybe accept this. I feel like it would take, maybe we'd have to toss in a couple first round picks. I feel like Danny Ainge would definitely have to use some of his motivations to get that from the Chicago Bulls, but I definitely feel like this could be a definite possible outcome from the NBA draft in 2016, as the Bulls end up selecting Jaylen Brown. Here at the Celtics at rookie signings, we select Malik Beasley, Zhao Qi, and Thon Maker. And here we go. This is the start of the 2017 season, with Isaiah Thomas running the point guard position. Jimmy Butler is at the shooting guard position. They also signed one of the bigger free agents that is going to be a free agent this year, besides LeBron James, even though he's probably going back to Cleveland. Kevin Durant. So they signed Kevin Durant. I'll show you the contract very soon. We also signed Al Horford, who is a free agent from the Atlanta Hawks. Kevin Durant's contract is until 2018, averaging around $21 million a year. Jimmy Butler, we did trade for him, so we didn't sign him to a contract. He does have a player option through 2019. And Al Horford has a contract up until 2018, as he's a little bit older, so he's making a little bit less money. We are going to see the rest of the contracts. What the Celtics do is they do not end up picking up Amir Johnson, the team option of $12 million for 1 year. What they end up doing is they sign him for 3 years, averaging around $6 million per year. What we're going to go ahead and do now, we're going to go ahead and simulate one season. This season actually turned out a little bit different than I thought it would, as I thought the Celtics would have, the control over the whole season, which they really did in the Eastern Conference. Once we get to the playoffs, it is a different story though, and I'll see you guys once we're at the playoffs. Alright, so we are here around March 25th, slowly approaching the NBA playoffs, and the Boston Celtics are completely controlling the Eastern Conference with a 10-game lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers, who still have LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. So at the end of the season, the Celtics end up going 67-15, and actually Russell Westbrook wins the MVP award for the Thunder, so I guess maybe that would happen if KD left him, but Ben Simmons wins the Rookie of the Year award for the Philadelphia 76ers. You can kind of just ignore the rest of the offseason awards, as they really probably aren't true. Maybe Anthony Davis would win Defensive Player of the Year, but I don't know. Brad Stevens does win Coach of the Year for us, though. And this is where actually some surprises hit me. Not one of our players actually made an All-NBA team, an All-Defensive team, or an All-Rookie team. I didn't think that would happen. it did. So I mean, I don't really know what to do about that. I mean, I feel like Kevin Durant would definitely make one in real life, maybe even Jimmy Butler. But here we go, man. Playoff time. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys players out in the year. Our leading scorer was Kevin Durant with around 22 points a game, then Isaiah Thomas with around 18, then Jimmy Butler with around 17.5, then Al Horford with around 13. Jay Crowder actually takes a huge dip here in playing time and points. He is more of a defensive presence on the team, but I mean, he did lose some playing time. Rebounds on the year, Amir Johnson, and then Kevin Durant with around 8. Al Horford with around 6.5, same with Jay Crowder, and Jimmy Butler with around 5. Assists was Isaiah Thomas with 6.5, and then Kevin Durant with 5, and then Jimmy Butler with 5. And then Al Horford 3.5, if that really even matters. But playoff time, round number 1, we're taking on the Toronto Raptors, who I believe might have lost Bismack Biyombo in free agency, so that is kind of big for them. But the Toronto Raptors end up taking us to 5 games. We end up beating them in 5. Round number 2, we're taking on the New York Knicks, and this series actually got pretty interesting. We beat them 1, we beat them 2, and we sweep them. Actually, no, we don't sweep them. My bad. I forgot about that. All right, we beat them 5. Never mind. Ignore me there. Cleveland Cavaliers, though, big series. We're down 1-0. We tied up to 1 game apiece. They go up 2-1. They go up 3-1. We send it to a game 5. We send it to a game 7, and we get eliminated. So according to 2K, the Celtics would get eliminated if this happened. Playoff stats, though, I mean, it was pretty impressive from some players, not so much others. KD with around 22, I needed him to step up a little bit more. Jimmy Buckets with around 18, Isaiah with around 17, Al Horford with only 12, Marcus Smart with around 10, and Amir Johnson with 8.5, and Jay Crowder with 8. As you see that presence taking place as he does dip in playing time with Kevin Durant starting. Rebounds per game is Kevin Durant with around 8.5, then Amir Johnson with around 7. Assists was Isaiah with 6, and then Durant with 5, and then Jimmy Butler with 5. So Jay Crowder, he kind of dips with his minutes, but the Cleveland Cavaliers go on to win the NBA championship against the Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games. But, so I mean, this is not the outcome I would have wanted, but according to 2K16, this would have happened. What you're just going to see now, I am going to go over the roster. So, if you guys are getting mad that I'm going to do this video, I'm a Celtics fan. It's what I hope to happen in free agency. So don't get mad at me for doing a video that I want to see happen in real life. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. If you guys do want me to do this for some other team, just let me know that. But with that out of the way, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.